just like before, I'm going to put a little bit of oil that I have onto the metal. To help keep the bit cool and make it last longer. You just have to take out this little piece of metal here. I've already got the insulation as you saw on the other side. There we go. Now we just got to do the same thing down here for the cold inlet. That insulation is pretty good on the bottom. It's about that thick. I'm liking this, even though, excuse me, it's a little harder to drill through the metal. I'm liking the insulation properties of it quite a bit. Finger test. No blood. Now, I've run into a clearance challenge. My other hole that I have to drill is right here adjacent to this one, but my drill with my bit is too big to fit in there. So I'm not going to be able to drill from the inside out, but I sure can drill from the outside in. So I'm going to see if I can punch a hole and without banging up my threads or anything. And when I get my hole to the outside, then use that to come back in. Okay, right at the tip of that screwdriver is the wood screw. I used one of those 3-inch wood screws, tapped it through with my hammer turned sideways like this so I didn't bang against my threads on my cold inlet, and it went through all the way to the outside. Right here, that little tiny tip. That's the screw coming through. So this is it has at least 3 inches of insulation on the bottom of this thing. Well, on the side now. But I'm going to take that out and drill from there and go in. And that will be our second hole. So that was a good way of handling that challenge. I don't have mineral spirits. All I have with the word mineral in it is mineral oil, specifically baby oil. Use it for all kinds of stuff, but I did ask the guy in the plumbing department about that, and he said it's fine, it's just a little bit different. I think he said mineral oil was thicker. But it would still work for cooling off the blade and making your blade or your bit last longer instead of just running it dry and hot. Okay, slow and steady. Okay, we're through the metal. Now I just have to take the insulation out. Now if you're like me and you have critters walking around, 2- or 4-legged, you gotta be careful of all these little metal shards that are coming off of here. The keyhole saw did a good job of getting through here, but there's still little like metal splinters coming off of there that could get into feet. So there she blows. Woo! Just filling up the hole a little bit. This is the hole that was for the relief valve. And then I'm going to throw some caulking on top of that. Don't want any of our heat escaping. Okay. There we go. Well, there's nothing getting out of there. That looks good. I love shop vacs. Okay, back from the hardware store. I found these edgings that actually go on a roof. And it's flashing. Has a little bit of a curve right here. But if you hammer them together, they make a really nice edge. So I took that and I put it on the edges of the reflective screening, reflective panel. It adds a lot of rigidity, strength. That's what I needed. And this is going to be the top. This is going to be the bottom, and the hinge will go here, the piano hinge. I don't know if you remember, but back several segments ago, I asked you the question, what does stretcher, cyclone, fence bar, galvanized tin sheet, and a piano hinge have in common? Well, now you know. It's going to be part of the reflective panel for the solar bread box. I didn't have enough finishing. Oh, what's that called? Eustachians, crustaceans. I can't remember. But anyway, the trim that the pipe will go, that goes around here. Let's see if I think I got it on this side. I can show you. Yeah, except I'm going to paint this white. Anyway, I didn't have enough of those to finish up the two holes. I only had one. So I'm going to take this off and put these two on and just paint the whole thing white in here. You know, it's got to look nice as well as be functional as far as I'm concerned. So that goes there. And I got these things called shark bites. They're a bit more expensive than your the kind of fixtures that you have to sweat. You have to solder. The guy at the store said these are really cool because you can take them out and off. They're reusable and they're easily reusable. So I got two of those to go on my hot and cold water. Hot and cold. And they screw on this side with your pipe dope, but your copper slides into this end right here, and there's little teeth. Now, see those little white teeth down in there, and they actually bite your pipe. And there's no sweating, no nothing. So when there's more sunlight, because the sun is almost completely down here in sunny Tucson, I'll be fixing up that copper pipe with that. But for now, it's putting the tools away, making sure they're secure, picking things up so no one can step on it, and closing up the bread box for another day.